I think that Skyrim is possibly the best vampire role-playing game if you just install the right mods. And that's exactly why I'm here to show you my favorite picks for the ultimate vampire-focused experience. I'm Bard's College graduate, and tonight, as the blood-sucking children of Molag Bal roam freely, be sure to look over your shoulder, as you never know who's lurking behind. We'll begin transforming the vampire role-playing experience with our cornerstone gameplay mod, Sacrosanct. There are other vampire overhauls available, but this one is the pick of my choice. Sacrosanct is a complete overhaul of vampires and vampire lords, which adds new abilities, powers, tweaks and perks. It approaches vampirism as a curse, not a blessing, and a part of the reason why I like this overhaul so much is because it makes you progress over time as a vampire, so as you feed more, you grow stronger every day. If you don't find suitable prey, you will grow weaker, with 4 stages of thirstiness that will make your vampirism so obvious that you will be attacked on sight. By feeding for the first time, the Blue Blood quest triggers. This will guide you to feed on the most powerful people in the province, which will unlock some strong, unique vampire abilities. Draining sleeping victims will teach you the arcane secrets of the blood, the 7 hemomancy destruction spells that deal major damage to living and undead targets. As Sacrosanct is a complete overhaul, it tweaks and adds to your innate strengths and weaknesses in a lore-friendly way, in addition of adding new vampiric spells for your taking. Moreover, each race has an additional unique vampire ability that buff them in different ways, which helps every playthrough feel new. Vampire Lord gameplay has also been notably upgraded with new abilities, spells and powers, and the perk tree has been expanded from 11 to 31 perks to level this monstrous form up. All this and a lot more, Sacrosanct can make your character absolutely OP, but at the beginning you're just a poor whelpling who has to get by and feed on anything you manage to sink your sharp teeth on. The next mod that properly enriches the vampire gameplay is Dark Envoy Vampire Powers. It adds a completely new questline and adds new powers for both cursed ones in mortal forms and vampire lords. In this new questline, you have to drink from the altar of Molag Bal and overcome his trials to unleash your newly gained deadly vampire powers. These powers include the Bat form, which allows you to transform into a cloud of bats and fly freely around, and the Bat teleport skill, which quickly shifts you from one place to another, and you can also fast travel to another destination with Bat travel. For combat, there are multiple powerful spells to mess with your foes. From automatically summoning death hounds to causing an eclipse to happen and opening a massive portal to Cold Harbor from which Daedra march forward and destroy everything in your vicinity. This mod greatly enhances the vampire experience with interesting skills that I think complement your skillset, especially when used together with Sacrosanct. We just need one more mod for new magics and skills. Here we have Triumvirate, Mage Archetypes. This mod adds many types of new spells, but as we're doing a vampire overhaul, we're only using the Shadow Mage sorcery. In this pack, we have tools to enhance your mobility even further, with alteration spells such as the Shadow Dance, which allows you to jump long dashes, or Night Gate that deploys 2 portals on the battlefield. There are also illusion spells that you can use to shroud you in darkness or possess your enemy while buffing them, and the 5 destruction spells help you do damage up close and personal. These tomes can be bought from some appropriate vendors, or you can just kill the Riverwood chicken for a quicker access to all of them. I've been wanting to do that since the first time I got into jail for it. Now, I know for a fact that there are people who don't like playing vampires just because Vampire Lord form looks ugly. So, for those among us, and I won't admit nor deny my position on this take, we have a useful mod, Bat Vampire Lord. This mod replaces the Vampire Lord default model with a custom one that closely resembles a real bat with long ears, the snout, and a cheeky grin. Now, as you're casting the Dark Envoy bat powers, it feels properly cohesive and in theme, as you actually are an anthropomorphic winged mammal, or a werebat maybe. In any case, you're finally cute as a Vampire Lord. We have now covered the gameplay and combat section, so it is finally time to focus on Vampire Immersion. Before going into it, I want to thank Angrius Windstorm, Eric Slagenwhite, Billy Tankan, Divine Cleric, Don Wright, Frank Brackett, Krakenhelm, Onshoreflyer15, Ryan Ulrich, Simon the Blind, and the Panicked Monk, and the other BCG supporters who have made this video possible. Now into the Immersion mods. This is Vampire Animations, powered by Open Animation Replacer. This mod is an interesting one, as it changes the combat kill moves your character performs if she or he is currently afflicted by Sanguinary Vampires. These kill moves have your character bite the opponent with varied animations that look absolutely gruesome and so fitting for any ruthless vampire who seeks to feed in a frenzy. We are still making the feeding even more immersive, this time with Vampire Feed Decals. This mod adds grisly, bloody telltale on your character's face when they are feeding on a victim, and canine bite marks for those who have been violated in such a horrendous way. As we're already using the earlier mod, Vampire Animations, the kill move animations also trigger this bloody change on your face, which is some truly delicious immersion. Now, getting inflicted with this disease is sometimes voluntary, and sometimes it happens against your will. With a well-written mod called Dark Destiny, Become a Vampire Unwillingly, the latter might happen to you when you least expect it. While exploring Pine Moon Cave in Hafingard, you are struck down by a mysterious figure. You wake up locked in a cage, shivering and sweating. A vampire walks up to you and explains everything that you need to hear.
You are in my home, which you so unwisely decided to trespass on. Have you not felt the weakness spreading in your limbs? The fever, the cold sweat, the strange thirst? You, my friend, are turning into a vampire.
The voice acting of the new dialogue is created with AI, and there is also some special lines added if you're here to do Sybil Stentor's quest, and also if you have completed Laid to Rest and the House of Horrors.
Yes, I believe I am, but I don't think Sybil Stentor meant for you to kill me. No, you were sent as tribute, to sustain me, to sustain us.
This quest adds a new plausible way to become a vampire to spice up your roleplay. Another quest from the same author we're looking at for this mod list is Seeking the Cure. This mod repurposes the vanilla Cure Vampirism quest into a non-repeatable story where Falion's ritual will fail instead of succeeding to heal you. Now, you can talk to Urag in the College of Winterhold, who will point you to seek help from his former colleague in Morthal. Falion is less confident about the outcome of the ritual. He needs multiple days for the research, and you'll need to find the soul gem yourself and not just buy it from him.
Cleverer scholars than I have tried again, and ultimately failed. It's a bleak prospect, my fanged friend.
The ritual itself is visually more impressive, and if you're a chaotic character, you can even attack him after it. This mod makes an involuntary vampire playthrough more interesting, and it is also voiced with AI voice cloning. Finally, we have Vampires Cast No Shadow 2. This is just a simple SKSA plugin that stops vampires from casting shadows on the ground when out in the sun. Without going into the debate whether vampires in lore cast a shadow or not, or show up in mirrors or not, or sparkle or not, this mod gives just a bit of an additional touch of supernatural to your character, as well as every other vampire character in the game. Now, let's take a look at a couple of locations that are perfect to explore and live in as a scion of Baal. First off, we're of course delving into Coldhaven, a vampire city. This classic mod adds a completely new city deep below the ground of Skyrim that is inhabited by vampires and vampires only. No more cowering in dark caves and crummy dungeons, as you can visit Coldhaven, where vampires have banded together to have their strength in numbers and live out their daily life in the darkness. There are multiple places to explore within the city, including inns, shrines, stores, gardens, sewers, and more, and you can even find yourself owning a player home inside Coldhaven. The inhabitants have deprived the residing non-vampires of their humanity and use them as a cattle for their well-being, but if you go thirsty, you can also drink the tavern's special blood wine to satiate yourself. There are tons of things to do, small quests, a lot to discover, and the mod also includes a completely new weapon type, Blood Glass. The entrance to the city is at the mountainside next to the town of Iverstead, and it welcomes all visitors, whether you're inflicted or not. After defeating Harkon in the Dawnguard DLC, you may use the castle as your base of operations, but if you're anything like myself, you'd rather live in somewhere more cozy. Ancient Mausoleum is a small vampire-themed player home in Hafingar, just north from Solitude. From the outside, the building looks like just another desolate tomb with a cemetery on the yard, but inside, it's actually quite cozy of a dwelling with a lot of useful features, beginning from all of the crafting stations all the way into several displays for multiple unique items. You can also enjoy the kitchen and the study and choose between sleeping in a coffin or a proper bed, or accommodate a companion in the second chamber. This home is very simple, sophisticated, as well as secluded. All in all, a great location to plan out your next shadowy steps to move up in the world. Finally, let's take a look at some proper vampire gear that both feels lore-friendly and elevated on your character. First off, we have both Vampire Armor expansion and Vampire Clothing expansion, which add plenty new pieces of dark attire to the game for both male and female characters. These outfits are carefully crafted from already existing vanilla assets, which is why they look so perfectly faithful to the original, as well as elegant and stylish to use on day-to-day basis. The armors can be crafted with the Ebony Smithing perk, but the clothing can only be acquired via console commands or at item menu mod. Now, let's take a look at something more sensual. Another vampire leather armor is a beautiful female-only light armor set, which can be crafted assuming you have found the necessary crafting book or added in other ways to your inventory. Vampires are known to be seducers and seductresses, and this outfit makes you definitely alluring to anyone's eye, but while it's revealing, it's nothing too scandalous. There's also a CBBE body slide version available for those who use that body type. If your vampire character is more of a heavy armor user, wielding maybe a Zweihander instead of more subtle blades, you might enjoy Heretic Armor. This ebony tier armor has been designed with vampires in mind, and it fits both male and female characters. It shields your whole body, including your face, with an ominous mask. You can find this armor in Volkihar Ruins, in a chest, or in any Vampire Den chest after you have hit level 37. Let me know in the comments below if there are other vampire mods you enjoy, and if you rather side with the vampires than the Dawn Guard. Well, maybe if you have watched this far, I think the Dawn Guard supporters may be in the minority, but hey, all the more important to let us know of your presence. Thank you for watching, please like the video and subscribe if you want to see more Skyrim mod videos in the Big 25. See ya!